welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Mississippi State about to put it away as we start the festivities. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Minnesota's offense will go to work first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting we got these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like they lead.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Off the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hayes. Tackled there by the defense.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Pressure coming. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
The Bulldogs offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
To the air. It's Croman Hope. It's complete on the right side. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a first down. Probably the only people upset about going for it on 4th down, the punters, who don't seem to see the field as much as they used to.
Now when you've got a running back like that, he just has like a sixth sense. He always seems like he can just find the crease, especially in these short yardage situations. He comes up with a huge play there on 4th down.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off. Give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all of his ability on that TD.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. To throw, it's Baker. Got his man downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. He
breaks into the open. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Golden Gophers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Going with the counter play here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Snags it quickly on the left. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Still on his feet at the 45. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Touch pass on the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Grab near the marker. It's Harrell. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. Back to pass, it's Croman Hope. He's got it on the move. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
A very productive play on 1st down has now set us up with this 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Here's the handoff. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. Bottled him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Coleman Hope. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a heat. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that 1st down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the 1st down marker. Get in there and get it.
They'll send the back in motion. Let's it fly. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. If you didn't have a headache Looking for a man. It's Baker. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
To the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Allen. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that.
There he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
And some room to work. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Rushes on him. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on 1st down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He got it. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. BYU is getting smoked, and even though this might seem surprising, I'm not sure the folks around that program feel that way. Something is up there in Provo. They're trailing by 14 to Texas Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, it's Baker. With the catch, it's Hayes. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hayes. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Lanier. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Hit as he throws. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They'll stop him at the 37, and the defense comes up with a big pick. Sometimes there are careless interceptions and other times forced ones, and the defense forced that one.
They did. Nice job dialing up the pressure. Great job getting to the QB. So much athleticism on this defense. And moving forward, this offense is going to have to be really careful thinking about how they need to protect their quarterback to give him a chance.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. First down for this offense. He might want another play. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. It'll be third and long. Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Glenn. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They'll put it in play from the 40 on first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Lanier. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Second down coming up. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer.
Going for it all. And he makes the grab in the back of the end zone, but the officials are all over it, signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. And this one splits the uprights. Now the lead is down to 11. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville.
And the Golden Gophers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see. Oh, he's got some space. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. He had no chance. A host of defenders back there for a loss of 4.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Quarterback may change this route. Second down, he'll throw it. Got a man. It's Harrell. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Bulldogs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. The give to the fullback. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Fullbacks are a dying breed, but when you see them, it just reminds you of the big old neck roll, just huge, stout fire plugs that you don't want to hit. But on short yardage situations, occasionally.
Turning it on! He's at the 10. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Back to throw, it's Baker. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes a grab deep. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Glenn. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
The Golden Gophers are flying down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Makes the catch. It's Lanier. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll trim the deficit to 15. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you can make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. BYU is getting smoked, and even though this might seem surprising, I'm not sure the folks around that program feel that way. Something is up there in Provo. They're trailing by 21 to Texas Tech.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Crosses the 35. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. Breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And the punishment has been extended.
This offense does a really nice job mixing and matching when they want to use these option plays just to catch the defense off balance. They did it right there. Great execution, getting the ball into the pitchman's hands, and man, he showed you the speed.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Quick completion to the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stopped him just a bit short. And the Golden Gophers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. He's got it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Rides the back on the option, the give. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. From the gun to give, looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Right on the money. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Once he got some room, it was over.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
I've been there, fellas. This is no fun if you're a quarterback. All game long, you've got guys in your lap. You've got guys chasing you all the way across the field. You just never feel like you can get in a rhythm because this pass rush is in your face all day.
Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Gives it on the option. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense got it.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
From the gun, the ground game. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run it from the gun. Makes it past the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. Got it into the red zone. Dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
They'll run play action. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Good right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
Using his legs, it's Dickens. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Under fire. And his first throw here is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? 29 Looking for a physical attack from the gun. At the 40, there he goes. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Slithers into space. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. East Carolina is just getting blown off the field right now, and like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 30 to Wake Forest. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Caught in the backfield, it's Booth. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. And the Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Here's the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, though.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They've got the screen set up. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Here's a return from midfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control. There he goes! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.